Oh Lord, what a disaster, guys. Here I am. I'm gonna have to wear these headphones when our guest comes on later tonight because I checked my Bluetooth earbuds about an hour ago and they work fine, and now they're disconnecting and connecting and disconnecting and connecting over and over and over again. So I don't know. Bluetooth is janky, as my son just said. So we'll just forge on 5 minutes late. All right. So who's in here? Kelly's Mishmash. Hey, Kelly. Hey, Ramses. Good to see you. Thanks for being a member, Kelly, by the way. And thank you, Anasso, for being here. And Jason Beecher. And Robert Feely's a channel member, and he's here. David Tooley's been a member for a long time. Appreciate you, man. And there's the moderator extraordinaire, Tim B. Good to see you. Howdy, Jesse. Good to see you. Disasters live. Disaster fast. That's nice. Hey, Robert Willoughby, what's going on? Titanium Justin barging in with a 23-month super chat, almost 2-year anniversary where we're going for dinner. I don't know. I'm broke, dude. Hey, Uncle Cal, what's going on? 2 lives in a row. You've been tardy, sir. Third strike's next, and you know what happens on the third strike. I'm out. Okay, fine. I'm doing my best. Hey, Doy Limo 2046. Good to see you. Hello, Lion Not Sheep. Good to see you back. Gluten-free, yes. It would have to be gluten-free for sure. Hey, what's up? Sharp Obsession. Hello, Seppy Dog James. Good to see you. Hey, what's going on, Aries EDC? Good to see you for sure. I hope everyone is having, a good day. My day's been a little okay. It's been all right. Lion Not Sheep became a member. Thank you so much, sir. Appreciate you. That is very kind of you, is what I'm trying to say. And there's your Dalek salute. This is a little thing we do around here with an old janky knife here that's falling apart to salute our members. It's a Monday. It's a very Monday. Yeah. Now we do have a guest coming on in a little while here. And the guest is Logan from a new company called Trueline Company. Oh, come on, focus. You're not going to, are you? We got their first knife in here. We're going to talk to Logan. He seemed like an interesting dude on the chatty chat back and forth, so I thought we'd get him on here. And Tim's already got it covered. Thank you, Tim. We'll show their first knife when he gets on here, which is the Overture. Very, very cool. Hey, James Gibson, if you guys want to start dropping pocket checks, you can do that. And we will read through those. And then we might have a little bit of fun before Logan comes on. We'll see if I decide to have fun or not, since I'm ticked off that my stupid Bluetooth is not working. Oh, come on. But we'll be fine. We'll be fine. Knives Fast, before he's on, tell us, have you ever had to kick a guest off? No, I have not. Hey, Ron Crow, what's going on, man? Glad to be a part of the community. Thank you so much, Lion Not a Sheep. Appreciate you. Thanks for being a member and being here as part of what we do. Nick Travellini says hello. Good to see you, sir. Byron Splitting Slices is here. Jack Wolf Timberjack, Concept Wasp, and Kershaw Bel Air for Justin. Check out Titanium Justin if you haven't, and Byron Splitting Slices as well. And Aries EDC. Yeah, we need to get you back on here. We'll I've got Ben from Jack Wolf next week. Maybe you can be on the week after that, maybe. We'll just keep having guests constantly. Hey, John the Engineer. Good to see you. Dylan Mallory in the house. What's up, brother? Kaiser Buddy 2. Nice. Victorinox Classic SD. Nice. Tim, what do you think, man? Sorry, Casey, carrying up bug out today because it's blue. That's just the indigestion speaking, of course. I was in Zach's live yesterday, and I thought I was just going to literally puke because that B word was being said constantly. Old Timer 6 OTW. I remember you telling me about that one. Leatherman Wingman, Case Saudi Jr. for Jason Beecher. Petrified Fish Viking and a Boker Range Buster. That sounds cool. Range Buster. Gonna bust some range, man. I really like it. Nice, Tim. Very good, dude. I almost missed that, but I saw it up there. No, you come on here and talk about Barlocks, you might get kicked off. I'm kidding. Barlocks are fine. Our guest tonight has a Barlock knife, so I better be nice. Barlocks are fine. They're fine. It's just, some of them aren't. Most, a lot are getting better. All right. If I find it interesting, I find it interesting. I know YouTubers tried having some regulars on live streams. Seems like would be cool to put names. What do you mean by that? I don't know what you mean by regulars. I have all kinds of people on my streams. Regulars. Oh, you mean like people in the chat? Darkwater did that the other day, or tried to, and nobody would come on. Tempest Jetstream, Spyderco Little Native, Parker Jotter. Very, very cool. Hey, Michael Chavez. Oh, you're interesting enough. Carrying the Spyderco Native 5 and a case. Crossroads Saudi, says our friend Sharp Obsession Big Jim, been a member for 18 months. Thank you, Jim. And right behind him is our buddy Rocky. Chef Rocky, love to you and yours. Worst allergies I've ever gone through. Well, I hope you get better soon. Yeah, I'm pretty regular viewers. Gotcha. That makes sense. We should do that at some point. Maybe we'll do a show kind of like what he did and give people an opportunity to come on. And, I'll be honest with you, Nick. You guys know me. I'm honest. I keep my live streams very, very clean. And I would have to have you guys like sign something or promise or whatever. Because I you know what I'm saying? I like to vet who's coming on. And if I've never talked to somebody, it's tough. When I have somebody on and I've spoken to them, I kind of know what I'm going to get, if that makes sense. Yeah. Robert, you bite your tongue. There you go. Well, we'll do it in ASO. Hey, Donnie, what's going on, man? Mannix 2 lightweight and a little antique Imperial on the 5th was supposed to be my new live wire, but it got delayed. Dang it, Lion Not Cheap. Sorry to hear it, man. I hope it gets there soon. Hey, Kathleen, channel member. Thanks for being here. Hey, Rachel, what's going on? Now, another thing is, by the way, it's not just me. When I had a guest on about a year ago that told me they were going to be careful and they cursed like every 3 words, I was getting bombarded on my chat. Get this guy off of here. We don't want him on here anymore. So I just got to be careful. It's a thing that I've got going on this channel, and I like it. I like a nice clean live stream. That's me. Leatherman Arc, Leatherman Squirt P4, Kunmu Chad PM60, Demco 20.5 OS 10, Demco 20.5 S35, custom fixed in 1095, custom neck knife in AEBL, Olight Mini 2 Ultra flashlight, and a Rovivon Aurora 4 flashlight for Ramses. Nice, dude. What a carry. I'll show off some of my collection. All right, well, I'll have to work some of that out. We'll just have to talk to people in advance. I don't want to do it just all random and stuff. Mech Force carry collab. Microtech MSI Mini and a Katuo Yazuka for Donald Malinkovich. What's up, dude? I'm carrying the Devo Growler XL and a Jack Wolf Equal In, both in 80s, says Sanders. Nice, dude. Good to have you on here. Some of us only work blue. That sounds like you, brother. By the way, I got your slip joint. If you didn't see that, I have it. No, it wasn't you, Dylan. It was not you, dude. I'll get you back on if you want to be on. One time you told me you were shy. I don't know. Or was that not you? Maybe it was somebody else. Hey, Tim, do you know how I could do that on this? Playing with my Todd Fisher Jr. prototype, wild shape in blue Damascus, sweet knife, but never carry it. Just play with it when I'm home. Gotcha, Fred. Sounds cool. Yeah. Yes, Nick. Yes. No, you're not. Hey, Stephen Kern, what's up, dude? Lynch AAP tool along and a tool along sailboat. Nice, Uncle Cal. Very cool, man. Carry the Mayhem Monday is the Milwaukee Fastback 6-1, Rosecraft Appalachia Jack, Cold Steel Recon 1.1 4-inch S35 Cold Steel Mayhem 6-inch and an S35 Scimitar. Man, I'm just making everybody mad today. Hey, Knives EDC I4G. Oh boy. Hey, guys, we're not going to go. Thank you. It's already been taken care of. All right. Knives. We're not doing free knives here, and you've just been timed out, I hope. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that if we haven't. Yeah, he's been doing that in all my videos as well. I've had him and one other person just spamming, give me a free knife. So, yeah. Neat. All right. So, what I'm carrying today is this guy. This is the WE Knife Company Inceptus. Some people think I've lost my mind because I got this, but I think it is absolutely killer and gorgeous. It is smooth. Great detent. You can see I've been cutting with it. It's quite a cutter. Give me a hard time. Kubi Rockhopper and a Wright & Sons tackler for Mr. Neil Valley. Oh, the moderators already took care of before I even saw it. So yeah, I messed it up. Yeah, it's gorgeous, Kathleen. And it's actually flame anno, not that lightning anno. It's similar, but it's a little bit different. Looks battery charged. There you go. Second one. Finally received my Excalibur Vertilock, carrying probably all week. Great knife. Nice. Very cool, James. Then we have the large Callisto from Orbital Knives. I accidentally posted today that this was the large Fornax. It is not. It is the large Callisto. Hello, Colleen. It's a little too big. It's not that big, Fred. People don't like big knives, I guess, man. That is completely on brand. Ooh, that's a good idea, Tim. Then I wouldn't have any subs. Large Fornax would be nice. And this is the Rosecraft something Creek Copperhead. I don't remember. Snake Creek? Yeah. Snake Creek Copperhead. That's the third knife. All right. Well, we're going to do something fun before our guest comes on. And then we'll do something fun later. Hey, Tim, can you confirm for me real quick? Was the riffraff taken out, that one, before I do what I'm about to do? I'm sure he was. Hey, Freak Show. Hey, Justin McVeigh, good to see you. Okay, thank you. All right. So, guys, we're going to do an early giveaway tonight. We're going to do one now. And we got another one at the end of the stream. What did I do? There they are. So we're going to do a tactical giveaway for all my Tactibros. Now, if you want to enter and win something, go for it. But don't forget, if you win this one, you won't be eligible for the stream later, the one later in the stream. But this is the the Kaiser. I'm going to forget the name of it all of a sudden. It's the Tactical Kaiser that was made after the Drop Point one. And this has got a seatbelt cutter back here and some serrated edge. And I cannot remember the name of it. I'll look in a minute. And then the Tasca Tools DeLorean, which is dirty and has a scratch on the blade. But you get a free knife even with scratch on the blade. But this is a pretty, now that scratch is gone, that's just goop. But really, really cool. Those are the two we're giving away. So you have 2 minutes to enter when I put the hashtag up. The way you enter is you say the hashtag exactly like you see it when I put it on the screen, one time and one time only. If I think you're entering multiple times and trying to cheat, I will disallow and disqualify you. Okay. I will. Please don't do that. And my moderators are looking. It's not just me. Hey, Blue, what's up? You have 2 minutes to enter. You need a U.S. mailing address, and you need to be 18 or older with the parents' permission. And am I missing? And if you've won in the last 4 weeks, you're not eligible. Okay. All right. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Whoa. What is going on? We're not going because that's not working. All right. Here we go. Ready? Here is your hashtag. Enter. You have 2 minutes to do so. Tactical, spelled exactly like you see it, with all caps and the hashtag. All right, so you got 2 minutes from right now. There we go. There goes a couple. Tactidrool. No, that's not it, Neil. Neil loses automatically. Tactical. Nice. For Hollywood Tactical. Is he here? He has to be here because I don't know how to get his address. Anyway, if you win for somebody else, you'll need to let me know when you win, okay? Because I will not remember. It was worth it. Yeah, well, you can do it again. It was funny. But yeah, let's have some fun. Hey, Spyrona, what's going on? Good to have you here, brother. So those are the 2, and you will get a small Knives Fast sticker pack. The ginormous, look at this. The ginormous sticker pack will be for the giveaway at the end. You will get the small sticker pack with these 2 knives. What did I do with them? And I need to wipe that blade off a little bit better. Less than a minute, guys. Less than a minute, about 45 seconds. And we will be drawing. And then Logan will be joining us shortly. And guys, I don't know Logan that well. So what we're going to do is we're going to meet Logan. We're going to get to know why in the world this guy. I learned some things about him that made him really interesting that we're going to talk about. And we're going to have fun. So as long as my headphones actually work. So we'll see how it goes. All right, 30 seconds. 30 seconds. Hello, Mike Jernak. Hello to you. Waylon, what's going on? All right, 15. All right. We are drawing in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, bam! 42 entries. Pretty good odds here. Let's see who our first winner for tonight is. Justin McVeigh. Justin, are you here? You have to let me know within 2 minutes if you are here so I can give you some instructions. Justin McVeigh gets the tactical giveaway. Okay. Got it. Where you at, Justin? Justin. Congratulations if you're here, that is. Wait, did I see him? I thought I did. Where'd he go? There he is. Hey, Justin. Welcome, dude, and congrats. All right, Justin, here's your instructions. Send me an email. knivesfast@gmail.com, and I would appreciate if you do it at least close to the end of the stream time before that is, so that I can get it prepped and ready to go out tomorrow. I need your channel name, Justin McVeigh 5560, your real name, your mailing address, and if you can do a screenshot for me, please do a screenshot of your YouTube like landing page that shows, that. So if you would, that would be great. knivesfast@gmail.com. Bluminati put it up there for you. Nice, Justin. Well, congratulations, man. Congratulations. Very, very nice. All right. And oh boy. All right. I'm having a problem over here. Give me a second, guys. I'm doing a great job today, aren't I? It's a good day. It's a good day. All right, here we go. All right, I got it all sorted out. All right. So, but I hope everybody is having a good, no, well, then he won't get it tomorrow. I mean, it won't go out tomorrow is what I'm trying to say. Oh, Nick, Nickelodeon. The one mug to rule over all the other mugs. Yes. That's exactly what we have here. I love this mug. They got it for me for Christmas, and I love it. Scarlett did. Dude, that's nice, Aries. What finch did you get a hold of? Speaking of which, guys, don't forget Friday the finch El Camino drops in 3 versions. My video will be up Friday morning. Come on, focus. We are having focus issues. There we go. So that's the El Camino. It is a button lock, and I'm digging it. Very cool, Justin. That's awesome, dude. That is awesome. All right, let's take that down. I got a Hellfire. Nice. The Hellfire is great. Oh, yes, it is, Rachel. Thank you. I want a finch snubnose in abalone, and it's awesome. Yeah, the snubnose is pretty sweet. Exactly, an asso. It's noon drop. This guy, the El Camino, is a noon drop on Friday. And again, no discount codes, but you can always use my link to TPK because it helps the channel. But don't do that at the cost of missing out on the drop. But I don't know. Stuff is not going super fast right now. I'll be honest, guys. It's $4 gas prices have a way of doing that. And I'm sure some of you are about to say, $4 gas prices, where can I get that? Because you folks out in California, I'm sure it's much more than that. But we just went to $4 here. Hey, what's up, Casey and everyone? I'm off right now. I just want to pop in and say hi and hit that like button. Thank you, Burning Stables 4. What's up, Clayton? Good to see you, brother. All right, I'm going to put these headphones on since my Bluetooth is not working. And I see Logan. Logan, give me a thumbs up if you are good to go, buddy. Uh-oh, I don't think he can hear me. Yeah, he can. Okay, good. All right, we are good to go. So, guys, you ever invited somebody on your live stream that you just met over the internet like 2 weeks ago and they sent you a knife? And no, okay, of course you haven't. But we're going to do that right now. I have to run premium almost $5 a gallon. Oof. Yeah, that ain't good. All right, guys. So I've showed you the knife. Let's just do this again real quick. This is the box for a company called Trueline Company, intentionally designed, everyday ready. And this young man reached out to me and was like, would you like to check out our first knife? And I'm like, tell me about it. He'll tell you. I don't just say, yep, send it immediately. I ask some questions. I kind of get a feel for it because I get a lot of, I don't know if you guys know this or not, but there's a lot of scams trying to nail us YouTubers right now. What happened to Kevin Lefty EDC isn't going to happen to me right now because I'm being crazy about it. So thankfully, Logan was a good sport and we ended up chatting. And this is their first knife. We're going to talk about this guy called the Overture with Logan from Trueline. What's up, Logan? Good to see you, man. Uh-oh, can't hear him. Oh, you're muted. I'll unmute you. I got you.
Yep. No, I'm muted. That was my bad. I don't have any earbuds to use, so I didn't want to.
You're fine. Hopefully it'll be fine. My stupid my Bluetooth ones just decided they didn't want to work, even though I tested them an hour ago and they were fine.
No problem.
Cat Scratch, $6.50 for 91. Okay. All right. Yeah, I guess I shouldn't complain about my $4 gas prices. Hello, Miss Freak Show. Good to see you. All right. Well, Logan here, I think you guys can see his hat he has on, and that kind of gives you a tip off a little bit to one of the reasons, and we'll get to it in just a moment. Oh, that's funny, Fred. We'll get to that in just a minute. But Logan is no, he does not have wrist claws, or at least I don't think so. That's funny. We're going with the Wolverine theme over here. But so Logan here, why don't we start from the beginning, dude? I know you sent me kind of your thought process, and why don't you just tell us, I mean, whatever you want to say about, where you're from, don't get into any details you don't want to.
Okay.
And then how you kind of started in the knife world. I mean, where did that come from? I kind of know, but you should tell everybody.
Sure. yeah, totally. So, when I was a kid, I was into pocket knives like a lot of, younger boys are. There was a particular knife that my uncle had. He's a first responder here in town. And at the time, autos were illegal in Kansas, and he had one. I thought it was like the coolest thing ever. If I told myself if I ever was going to get a nice knife, it was going to be one like his. So later on in high school, I bought one from, one of the big guys, and, loved it, and bought a couple more, and
it all started from there.
Yeah, very quickly fell in the pit. And then my normal job is doing like photo and video work, and I was kind of dying during COVID, not getting to do anything super fun. So I started taking some product photos, and it just, kept going from there. So I started like a dedicated EDC photography page that didn't go anywhere, but it was more just a fun place for me to post my stuff. And yeah, just kept going. Then decided that, hey, I think I know what I like. I'd like to think I know what other people
and you happen to be in Kansas of all places, so yes, that led you to some of my friends. So tell us a little bit about that. These guys. So when you said that, I was like, oh, I remember a guy doing photos and videos for them for a while. So
yep, that was me.
Yep.
So similar manner. I actually knew Steve. Through we have a mutual connection there, and so I reached back out to him, and just pretty much asked if he wanted any services that I ended up offering for a little while. So we met up, got to know each other, and for the summer, 6 months or so, back in 2024, I did some photo, video, and social media work for them. Just kind of learned the ropes a little bit, and I had that. Once I was gone, I had that itch, that never went away. I had friends in college major in entrepreneurship, and I thought it was the worst idea ever. I thought it sounded
like why would anyone ever want to do that? Right?
Yeah, I thought it sounded like no fun. You spend all your time taking care of admin work, and you don't get to do the real fun stuff. Then I figured out I liked all of it, particularly if it's around a subject that you enjoy, like knives. So I decided to go for it, and I was super happy that we had a successful Kickstarter, and we'll see where it goes from there. So that's a super quick version.
Yeah, well, we'll jump back into some more of it, but just so you guys know, this guy launched on Kickstarter last fall and funded, which is great. Guys, I want to give Logan a little pat on the back. And by the way, Justin McVeigh, I see your email, man. Thank you very much. Logan probably, Logan knew my channel. He probably knew that I was friends with Spencer and Steve, and he could have easily said, here's the card. I'm going to play the card, the Spencer and Steve card. Talk to me because I know these guys, but he didn't. He played it on his own, totally told me about the knife. I asked him a bunch of questions. And then after I had agreed and the knife got here, then he goes, oh, by the way, I was that guy, so I think that's awesome, dude. I mean, so often people try to ride coattails to where they're trying to get. And I think you learn more taking the bumps and bruises and all that stuff. And I do hope you did little things like maybe use them to help you find an OEM and stuff like that. But, I'm not saying you shouldn't use that stuff at all, but it's good that you stood on your own for me is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, absolutely. And when the knives came in, the day they arrived, I went by their office and dropped off a couple for each of them. So
yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, so this is the Overture, guys. It is Stonewash on the blade S35. Yep. I have not recorded my review yet, so if I don't know what I'm saying, that's why. You can see there's little knife guide touches on here, like the chamfers and the pivot collar and a reversible clip, which seems to be a novel idea to some companies. So it just really drives me nuts. And for those of you screaming it out, so Logan, I haven't told you this, and I agreed to send for your knife to come in because I have this little thing. More often than not, until recently, when companies are starting to get it, I am not the biggest fan of bar locks.
I learned that over the last couple weeks.
Yeah. So, and the reason is I like a ball detent, a traditional ball detent. And the reason for that is, well, that's not even a ball detent on that one. So why am I playing with that one? But anyway, The reason for that is you get that mechanical connection,
Yeah,
and you
just
get a
fine.
really nice snappy release. And sometimes on a bar lock knife, because the mechanical connection between the tang and the bar is
Right.
reliant on the spring, sometimes they can be mushy. However, when somebody knows where to put a set of thumb studs and you can snap it out real easy and it drops like that, it's not a problem. I mean, this is, hey, what's up, Barlock lover? That's me. I am the Barlock lover. Look, here's the thing. When somebody does one right, I'm fine with it. And you guys know that. I've bragged on many of them. But there are some that are just mush. Matter of fact, I can get one out of a cabinet over here real fast. I know exactly where it is because I've had it in the giveaway drawer and I don't want to give it away because I don't want to give that. And that's the other thing. See this? I don't like when I can easily shake them out.
You could eventually, but you know.
Yeah. Oh no. If I do it hard enough, of course you can. Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course you can. Don't let him kid you. He really, really likes bar locks. Yep. It's a KC confessional. Yep. You guys are hilarious. This group is so much fun. So I guess what I would ask, my next thing is, so you meet these guys, you're collecting knives at this point. You decide you want to dip your toe in this stuff. How in the heck did you come up with what you wanted your first design to be? What was it? I mean, what was it inspired by? What were you really into at the time? That kind of thing.
Yeah. So, I had a couple things that I wanted to be somewhat non-negotiable, and there'll be like a theme that kind of, exists throughout future models as well. Oddly enough, for this first one, I wanted a crossbar lock. That was like absolutely going to be the case.
And here's the thing, dude. You picked right. They sell great.
Yeah, they do.
I'm a grumpy old man. Don't base it on me. I mean, it's it's going to get a good review because this thing is very nice. But it's people love bar locks. They do. So you picked right.
Well, even apart from that, I really enjoy the action of a good, frame lock and a liner lock like yourself, but I just like to be able to have it drop shut and, whip it closed. And, at some point you have to move your thumb out of the way. So, these top liner locks, pretty pretty good. That's the kind of the best of both worlds. So
grumpy
we'll be doing that. We'll be doing that real soon. As soon as we can. But for now, at the time I was, starting to develop this one, that was an easy home run for me. I knew a lot of people liked it.
Absolutely.
And
that's kind of how a lot of companies are cutting their teeth. I mean, it really is. Bar locks are a no-brainer right now. I agree, Michael. Michael Chavez makes a good point. Bar locks and G10, what's not to like? Now,
good combo.
I'll tell you a couple of things that, again, some clues. First of all, we have a deep carry clip that looks like it would be Spyderco and maybe Benchmade kind of, screw pattern. I don't know. It could be. It's I don't know if you've tried that or not, but it looks similar.
Yeah. You pretty much got them stacked or side by side, and there's really only two super unique looks.
Right. Yep. And then I always say one of my favorite things about a knife is when it looks good open and closed. And sometimes here's the thing. I'll be honest with you. I mean, some of my knives don't look perfect closed. And the reason is it's a blade shape thing. So going with the drop point right off the bat gives you this really cool kind of vibe. That's just, I mean, that looks cool. It just really has a really cool look to it.
Yeah. I was trying to pay attention to that too. Like one of the first drawings I got back had it shut a little more, and I was like, hey, guys, I'd like it to, sit a little bit open so it's flush with the handle of the knife there. That way it just makes a nice clean line, and they nailed it.
Nice. Very good. Yeah, and you got the tip low enough where it's not, I can't touch it or anything like that. So that's all good. So that's always a concern and that kind of thing, but very, very nice. So flat scales, guys, but we do have nice checkering for grip, and very cool first knife. And again, another knife guy tip off is we have a nice clean plunge with a nice sharpening choil. So you should be good there. So really, really cool. And Nasso is asking, what are some other intentional design choices or inspirations on this knife. And I'm assuming, Logan, I hope you have others kind of checked up and ready to roll. So what I didn't say, guys, is this funded? I didn't finish the whole story. It's funded on Kickstarter, but now it's live on his website. And they're asking me the price point, and I cannot remember. But you have micarta, you have G10, and is that it?
There's a red aluminum one. Yeah. So the one you're holding is G10, that one. And then this is a green. See if it catches. Green micarta with a black stonewash. The pivot collar and the backspacer there is more of a gold color. Still aluminum though, not actually brass. Those two are $139. And then I do have one that is like a dark red aluminum. It's not quite like a candy apple. It's pretty darker. You know, it depends on the one you get, of course. And then that one
almost
is
burgundy. Yeah. 149.
Yeah, so
okay.
This is my favorite. I made this one for me. I made the green one because I knew everyone else would like it, and I made the gray one because I knew it'd be the most normal option if somebody just wanted something that looked a little bit more normal.
Right. And now I would we'll go back to Anasso's question now. Intentional design choices or inspirations.
Yeah. So part of it a lot is the philosophy with the way that I want to think through the specific design features. If there are a lot of features that cost a bunch of extra money to develop, but they don't necessarily add to the joy of use, then I'm not very likely to implement those. For example, like I love a titanium scale, but for what I wanted to do, aluminum is less expensive. It allows me to have a lesser priced knife, to the customer. And I really like aluminum because you can get a bunch of different colors out of it that you can't really get with titanium. Stuff like that, For now, so far, all of my designs have a backspacer and a pivot collar that kind of act as, an accent. The deep carry clip was definitely like an absolutely non-negotiable for me. One of the things that actually got me into like the product photography of EDC items is I was given a clip by a company when I said, I was like, hey, you have a deep carry clip now. You didn't when I originally bought this knife. Am I able to, how am I able to get one of those? And they just sent me one. So I appreciated the customer service and decided to document the experience. And that's kind of where I
don't know what just happened, but anyway, I'm back now. Sorry.
That's all good.
But yeah, no, very cool. And, you got a big fan of the red there in
the red one is my favorite. Yeah. I really like that one. Like I said, I made the red one for me. Yeah.
Woodfish, what's your morel knife of choice? What do you, when you go out in the woods, what knife are you using to take down this, by the way, Logan, this is a guy that has a huge collection of custom fixed blades. So I better hear custom fixed blade and not some Spyderco or something. That's what he's gonna say. No. For Woodfish, he's out cutting down. He's out cutting morels in the woods. So always a fixie. Okay, all right, good. I was gonna say, man, if you're out there cutting them with, early morels, exactly. They're it seems a little early, but anyway. All right. Well, what questions do you guys have for Logan? Oh, well, here we go. Anasso, of course, jumps right in. How did you decide what price segment you wanted to target? I do think it's interesting that you kind of went with budget side handle materials and a more premium steel. So tell us your reasoning behind all that.
Yeah, so I chose the steel. The handle materials were more of an afterthought. I wanted to, create a nice variety for anyone who wanted to, to choose any specific handle material. I chose S35VN just because I think that is a really fantastic steel. Once upon a time ago, it would have been like one of the best super steels out there, and now there are just really great ones. But it also means it's not as expensive as it used to be by comparison. So I really wanted to do that. It's my favorite steel that I had on any of my old knives prior. And, I chose the handle materials simply because I liked them.
Right.
A lot of people, gripe about G10. You can make it any texture, any color, any shape you want. There's I think it's one of the most versatile handle materials ever. And I don't think people really have anything legitimate to say bad about it, other than that it's cheap, you know. So it kind of makes people think it's not as nice. But I really like being able to deliver a good steel, and kind of that goes back to what I said. You know, at the end of the day, you're using the steel for the job,
Right.
and hopefully you like the handle material and the way it looks, the way it feels like.
Understand. We have a S35VN hater in the chat, but we ignore him. He's being ignored right now. If he goes deeper into it, then I might not be able to ignore him. But for now, we're just going to ignore him. I know who you are. Okay. Keith says, just finished dinner and now the power went out. Well, I hope your phone has some charge on it so you can stick around with us for a few, Mr. Keith. $5 super chat. Thank you so much, sir. There is your Dalika salute. Very, very much appreciate you, Keith. Hope your power comes back on. Yeah, S35 is better. It's better than a lot of stuff. Don't let Freak Show wear you guys out on it. Look, we love you, dude. I think it was a good choice, says Tim B. Yeah, I personally don't really have any problems with S35. And if I did, I probably wouldn't tell you because one of my collaboration knives is an S35.
Oh, okay.
my Thunderhead with Concept is in S35. So yeah. But G10 and S35 is a good combo for $139. I think that's pretty good. Where is Logan on the self-diagnosed steel snob range? So it sounds like you knew what steel you wanted to go to. So, you know, where do you put yourself in all that HRC and this steel's great and that steel sucks, and where are you on that?
You know, I don't really play that game. You know, I think each steel is really good
for everyone.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. You know, if there's the right price point and the right, you know, features of it, you know, there aren't many steels, I would say, I guess, that are really poorly priced. They're just more expensive and less expensive ones. You know, I'd love to do MagnaCut one day, but again, I want to be like achievable or approachable to, you know, to most people. And at the end of the day, people don't really necessarily need MagnaCut everything. So I might, you know, it might take me a second to get there. Maybe if there's some sort of special edition someday, if I get to bring, you know, like a model back that's been gone for a while. I also like 14C 28N, you know, so like I, you know, enjoy a good budget steel as well. It's better than a lot. You know, it's a fantastic bang for buck.
Oh yeah, so, I agree.
Yeah, so I'm looking at that one for model number 2. We're working on it. Yeah.
All right. I see you, Tim. Let me. Well, hold on. What was I going to say? Now I just lost my mind. No, all I was going to say is, I'll be honest with you. Well, I'm honest all the time to a fault, but you know, one of the things I've learned being a designer and making choices is when you go start getting quotes, I'm very surprised that there's not a huge gap between steels price wise. There is a gap. Okay, don't get me wrong. There is a gap. There are price differences, but sometimes when I would think of, you know, say 154 CM and you know, S35, it's not a huge gap, and there is a gap, but it's not humongous. So I think it's all based on what you're trying to do. What I keep trying to explain to people is what really kills your pricing is things like blade finishes. If you start getting to you know, belt satin or DLC, or in my case, I keep putting acid stonewash on everything. There's an upcharge for that. And same thing for when you start putting milling on your handles and you start contouring your handles and you start, you know, all these different things, they all have a price with them. So whereas the steel might only be a $10 difference or $15 difference, then you add, you know, the belt satin, which is a $10 difference, and you add this, which is a $5 difference, and it adds up way more quickly than you realize when you first start getting into it. So it's pretty crazy. All right, Tim is asking, be careful, don't give it all up here. No, I'm just kidding.
That's all right.
What's the next design wise for Trueline smaller models? Tim is our resident small knife guy, so he's putting in his bid for a small knife Trueline there.
Well, I have something else prototyped, and I've got it in hand, ready to go. I think I'm gonna wait for that one and do something else first. The second one that I had prototyped I really like it, and I think it'll be a good a good addition to the collection once we get to it. But it's too similar price to the Overture. It's a little more even, and I think it's going to be great. But I want to nail, a smaller smaller price option first. So I actually am working on a design that's 2.5-inch cutting edge. Hopefully be able to choke up on it real well. Big hand can kind of swallow the design a little bit. I've just started last week going through the process of getting that one prototype, but
nice.
Got it all drawn up. I'm excited for it. I think it'll be good. And I'll say we are going to do a top liner on that one.
So, Michael, I'd love to answer your question, but dude, it is all over the place. It's different companies have different minimums. The same company can have like D2, for example. With one company, you're probably talking 600. With another company, you're probably talking 1,000 for D2. If you're up around S90 or Van-X or something, you might only have to order 200 or 300. It just depends. But don't forget, your steel choice is now taking that. Even if you're ordering less, you're still way up here on what you're ordering. For example, I'm paying, well, not as much as the Tornadoes because there were 600 Tornadoes, but there's only 300 Mach 71s, but it's a much higher steel. So it all depends. All of it is kind of a shell game, if you will.
I asked around a lot. I got a lot of different answers. I picked one that I was ultimately happy with. And obviously if you buy less, your price per unit goes up, and then, that kind of has to be factored into the cost of the knife to the public. So I think somebody asked about my pricing earlier.
Yep.
Yeah. And so I looked at, mainly since the aluminum one is just a little bit more expensive than the other two, I looked at any knives that shared those two features, aluminum and S30V, S35VN, excuse me. And I just tried to see what people were willing to pay for it. I wasn't trying to necessarily hit that top dollar to make the most profit possible, because I think, I think it looks nice. I think the backspacer, that pivot collar, make it look good. I really like the super matte finish and the stone wash on the blade. I think some people may have charged a little bit more for it, but I just wanted to be, in the running. There are fantastic knives out there. I'll give, props to anyone who makes a good knife, but I just wanted to be able to stand in line with them,
Understood.
Thankfully I'm able to move, slowly with this, just kind of take it one step at a time. I'm not trying to throw a ton of money into guaranteeing a big booming start. So I'd like to price myself lower if it makes me, last longer.
Yeah, I mean, which is what a lot of us have tried to do, especially me with Tempest. I try very, very hard to keep mine as low as I can, and it's important. I mean, you gotta meet people where they can, and I've always said, don't be ashamed to say I'm trying to make a few bucks here, but keep it as reasonable as you can. It's I would hope nobody would be in the knife design and putting your own money out there and your own self out there and not wanting to make a few bucks. So
you don't want to see somebody that loves the knife and then the first thing they do is complain about the price.
Right. 100%.
Yeah,
I will say I'm not a big red guy. Okay. But that red is pretty cool, especially with the pivot collar. That looks really nice.
Yeah. I was a little worried it was going to blend in with the hardware, but it's in person, it's kind of a platinum look almost. It jumps a little bit.
Yeah. And guys, he's all T8 on these. And Tim was asking size. These are 7.6. And so to me, that's a good size, but everybody's got their favorite size. So that is,
I wanted to hit the blade length that I got, and the handle length kind of is what it is to make that blade possible. I forgot to even mention the fact that it's all T8. Somebody asked about specifically intentional choices earlier. That's a big one. I wanted it to be single tool everywhere, even the thumb studs. If you, for some reason, needed to take those things off, they're T8 as well. And then, I did have to sacrifice some things, that I didn't want to make that happen. A lot of people don't necessarily like the the screws coming up on the pocket clip a little bit. I myself would have much preferred flush screws as well, but I wasn't interested in. I didn't really want to go into. I didn't want to, machine into the scale more just to make room for those screws to fit in there. And in practice, I've never been bothered by those screws sticking up a little bit. So I said, hey, you know what? If that's what allows me to have some T8 screws, then
with the pants I wear with your cargo pants, this wouldn't be a problem. If you have thick jeans, you might bind. I don't know.
Sure.
Probably not. But
I wear jeans most day. Doesn't bother me. So
okay, very good. So everybody's been sharing. There were some questions about. Of course, the website is truelinecompany.com. Bluminati and Tim have been sharing your Instagram and your YouTube. Anywhere else we should catch you at this point? Or
I'm kind of on all the normal places right now. Okay. I have an Instagram page. Obviously, that's how you and I met. I have a YouTube channel. It was an old personal YouTube channel that I converted over to a brand account. So there's still a few more videos that need hiding. You've got a Facebook page.
Just leave them, dude. Come on. I left all my old stuff. It's fun.
Yeah.
But anyway,
I haven't taken them down yet. Once I launched Kickstarter, I was like, hey, maybe I need to get rid of a couple of these. And, they're still there. But yeah, I'm not, trying to get on necessarily every single, platform. I'm not on Whatnot or anything like that. I have a TikTok that you can find just so I can post the same shorts and reels to that location. But there's I'm at Trueline Company everywhere. So I just call the name Trueline. I want to be simple, but
so go into that a little bit. You kind of shared with me your choosing of that name. Why don't you? And by the way, guys, I forgot to tell you, if you buy a knife, it comes with a pouch, whatever you call it, drawstring bag. Thank you, goodness. You get a little warranty card and a sticker that fell on the floor. But yeah, tell us a little bit about your brand, kind of how you came up with that.
Yeah. So, I wanted to be able to serve the end customer as best as I could. I wanted to make knives that I would not mind buying. As a business, sometimes you're able to create products that maybe would end up being too expensive for your own collection, but I wanted to create something that I would get excited about and I would find myself buying someday. And so I kind of wanted to have that in mind when creating the brand in general. I kind of had this idea to be, very true to the end customer, very direct. Like the knives, they're called red and green and slate gray. I didn't make up any crazy names that really just means a color. I don't want somebody to have to ask me another question, just to get a more direct answer to what they wanted in the first place. There's a place for that. I'm going to be boring about it, so I just want people to see exactly what they're getting. I wanted something to be very, intentional and precise and in line. And so Trueline just kind of, popped out to me as a name. And, so I was sharing that with a friend, and I was trying to then come up with some logo designs as a result of the brand name. And I was like, okay, well, now that I got a name, I can come up with a logo that kind of goes with that. And he was like, hey, how about an arrow fletching? Because it's what keeps an arrow true and precise and in line. So that's what that is. It's just kind of this little obscure, abstract looking arrow fletching, which then, the arrow fletching then dictated the brand colors, so you have tan and red and kind of a dark gray, slate gray. So I wanted it to all match. I didn't necessarily want to throw, company or Knife Co. or knives at the end of it. I didn't want to box myself in case we get to have some fun later on.
There you go.
In several years, hopefully. But yeah, that's what kind of created the brand.
Give yourself an opportunity there. Yep.
Yeah. You mentioned the microfiber pouch there. I wanted to not present the knife in plastic. A lot of these knives come in plastic bags, and that's a great way to protect them, keep them oiled up and stuff. I just didn't want that to be the way that somebody sees it for the first time. And so, I took out every single plastic bag that it came in, and I put them all back in this microfiber pouch.
Very cool. Yeah.
And I'm trying to take little things like that, right? Like obviously that adds a little bit of cost for me to put that bag in there. I'm trying not to take those small decisions like that and then to say like, oh, well, because I spent this much on adding a bag, that means I get to add this many, dollars to the final price to, keep the margin the same. I just want to be respectful to everybody's wallets. You know, like you were saying earlier, gas
Yeah.
is expensive. You know,
out of control.
You don't want somebody to, you know, wonder if they should be regretting their purchase until it shows up. You know,
I made a mistake of checking my 401k yesterday, so don't do that right now. Just ignore it. Don't look at it. All right, Jim Miller with the $10 super chat. He's ready to be done with work. All right, Logan, I'm gonna warn you. Watch your ears for a second. But there is your Daleka salute, Jim. And where's O Father? Where is the O Father? Oh, goodness. This is just fun. It's just KC goofing off. All right. Thank you, Jim. Appreciate it, brother. Thank you very much. And welcome to Blue Monday. We'll get back. Let's get the other now. Anaso keeps asking for video tips because he's in video. So we'll get to that in a minute. But how about Overture? It looks like you put a lot of thought into Trueline. Where does Overture come from? Tom's asked that a couple of times. Sorry, Tom. I didn't mean to ignore you there, buddy.
Oh, that's all right. Yeah, I'm trying to kind of keep an eye on the chat as well, but you got to talk a bunch here. They miss blink and they miss. Yeah. So the Overture, a lot of people, if they don't know, it's a musical term. It is not a normal like knife word. You get a lot of like military words, you know, with different knife releases and stuff. You know, it's funny. Like I thought, who am I to get to deem a musical term? It's now a knife, you know, and now we're going to call it a knife. But traditionally, you know, it's an introduction or kind of a sampling for what is to come. So some artists will name the first song on their album an overture, or if you go to see, you know, more of a big, you know, production in a symphony or something, there will be a several minute long overture where you hear some sounds that might come later on in the show. So, you know, I wanted to, you know, try to put everything into this. I wanted this knife to be an overture for Trueline. So, you know, no matter what shape, what design my first knife was going to be, it was going to be called the Overture because I wanted it to be a good representation, you know, of what we have to come. And then I forgot to mention, I don't know if you guys noticed this. Casey, you may have shown it a little bit, but the milling, the machining of the steel liner, if you look really closely there, they're not circles. They're that same, you know, arrow fletching. So hopefully that
I didn't even notice that. That is cool.
You know, it's not perfect. You know, it's a little bit, you know, shorter, but again,
that is pretty cool. Very cool tie-in there. I did not catch that. Thanks for pointing it out.
Yeah.
Hey,
you know,
okay. So
I want people to know I'm listening.
Two things really quick. Lion Not Sheep. That is the first time I've ever heard of anybody streaming my stream from an AA meeting. So congrats. Pay attention. And Rachel has asked twice now. They're manufactured in China, correct, Logan? Okay.
Yes.
I asked you this before, and I think your answer was no. But do we release an OEM, or we're just saying non-discrete OEM at this moment?
Yeah. For right now, we're going to keep that one close to the chest. You know, I'm not. I may be convinced someday, but once you say it, you can't unsay it. So.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, and I don't want anybody to necessarily think. You know, I think I could benefit as an early brand from disclosing that. People would have maybe some more instant trust for the build quality of the product. But, you know, every brand, I mean, you yourself, even, you know, with Tempest, you're going to put in your own QC. You're going to add your own little things to the boxes and here and there, you know. So it's not a one-for-one. I just want to be able to gain my own.
You want it to be your brand. Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. We all have to make choices. I've always been vocal about mine, but you know, you don't have to. You know, everybody makes their own choice, and I think it's definitely your choice to make, dude.
Yeah, and you know, someday I may say so. They've been fantastic to work with, you know, but again, I wanted to be able to earn, you know, the reputation. If somebody likes the design and they like the product, I want them to like it for that, not just jump on it because they know it was made by a certain company.
Right. Justin, have a good one, and I'll take care of getting that your winnings from earlier out tomorrow. So. Appreciate you, man. It has a very so Tim's poking here. Here you go. Has a very similar look to an OEM that we're all familiar with. Come on, Tim. I know where he's going to. I'm just gonna let it go. We're not gonna poke the guy. We're gonna leave it alone. Right. But yes, if you're, I did show briefly for a moment there, kind of a look at the knives, and Bluminati just put, I mean, my moderators are killing it. They're putting it up constantly. So if you want, the link is in the chat to go check out the Overture in all, hold on, let's not do that. All 3 versions and a hat. So go check that out.
I got a couple hats. I got this one as well. Just wanted to provide an option really for myself. I had to buy a few, so I figured I might as well.
Very cool, man. Yeah. Oh, very cool. Steven, thanks for being here, buddy. You guys are the best. We couldn't do this without you. Hey, Dog One, good to see you as well. And for those who have missed your comments, go ahead and try again. I apologize. It's like I said, it's a balance. I'm trying to talk to Logan and try to talk to you guys and get everything. So if I miss your comment, it's definitely not a purposeful thing. Hey, David, rule number 9. Good to see you, sir. I just try to make sure I'm engaging with the guest at the same time. Will Logan be seeking out authorized retailers or keep this on his site as well? And I know the answer to this, so we'll let him answer.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. I want to be available where people are, and people are already at all those places. If they found me, they probably were looking pretty hard. And right. So I want to, make a good relationship with those guys. I've reached out. There's nothing set in stone right now, but I'd love to be in all the big online retailers, and I've asked a couple local shops here around just because I want to be good to the local community as well, and make sure if somebody's here in town, they want to grab it, they can.
I wish I had a local shop. Gee whiz. But so Anasso brings up something I was going to ask you about earlier, and I forgot. On the other side of the knife, we have another. It's not going to focus. Another logo here. There it is. What do we have there?
Yeah, so that is my maker mark. So okay. So my last name is Wassel. That's where the W comes from. And years ago, as a photo video guy, everybody kind of goes through their stint of taking family photos. They're doing weddings here and there. And at the time, I had my name and the kind of title that I used for that little freelance income. And so that W is ripped directly from the old logo that I used to use there, kind of as a nod to where I started out. And then it's sitting in a sunset over the Flint Hills, which the Flint Hills are a region in Kansas.
There we go.
It's a really cool area. Look up pictures of the Flint Hills. They're amazing. And then I went to college.
I thought Kansas was just flat.
Some parts, a lot of parts. Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
The Flint Hills are great though.
Very cool.
I went to Kansas State University. It's where I, met my wife. I got a lot of, really great development in my life that came out of Manhattan, Kansas, and out of the Flint Hills. And any photographer loves a good sunset. So that's my last initial with a sun setting over the Flint Hills. So
that is very cool.
Took me a while to come up with that. And I had a lot of bad designs that my wife shot down hard.
Like, nope.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but
cool.
I really like what I ended up doing. I wanted it to be representative of, my signature and not just looking like another logo, So I'm happy with what I got, but that's what that means. Yeah. I haven't really got to explain
nice. That's cool. Thanks, Anasso. Just drop by to say hi and hit a like. Thank you, Jay. Enjoy your darts. Monday is his darts night, so I appreciate you stopping in. They can celebrate a hill in Kansas. Sheesh.
Yeah.
Very nice, Kevin.
Mountains, that's for sure.
Yeah, it's definitely a hill, but shoot, I mean, here in Virginia, we call them mountains, but they're not that big either. I mean, I think our tallest mountain in Virginia is like 5,000 and something. So if they were in Colorado, they would definitely be called hills.
Yeah, sure.
Kansas is a long drive if you're just passing through, but there's a lot worth stopping for. There you go, David. Very cool. Logan must be older than you look. Well, there you go, David. David's picking up on some cues of Logan seems a little wiser and he's been around. He's got we're not getting into all the details, but he's got wife and kids, and so yeah, definitely.
Yeah. I've done a few more things in my life that maybe someone else my age maybe hasn't done yet, So that's all right with me. I got married young. I got married when I was 21, and we have 2 kids right now. It's a blast.
Very cool. That's awesome, dude. So Logan, this is a thing. You know, I don't know how familiar with what we call the knife community, and it's funny. It's a huge community. It's funny. We're at 76 people in here right now. We're usually up above 100 at this point. So where is everybody tonight? Is there some sporting event on TV? This community is just full of great people. It is awesome to break bread with these people, as I call it, and sit here and enjoy, because, you know, matter of fact, I'm just going to shout out, there's usually somebody coming on right about now, Rob's Nerdy Knives. I want to shout out Rob. I don't want to give any the NCAA championship is tonight. Duh. Okay. Thanks, Tim. I totally forgot. I don't care about either one of the teams, so therefore, no. So that must be what it is. But you know, it's just important to be. I don't even remember where I was going now. I totally lost track. But Rob's Nerdy Knives. So guys, yeah, just shout out to Rob. If you pray, please pray for his wife and for him. He's having a rough time, so he's not doing a stream tonight. So I just always want to be, you know, I'll be honest with you. This live stream is a little different than some people do their streams. It's interesting to see a lot of people that have chosen to sort of, you know, I don't know if you noticed earlier today, I don't truly hype up my streams. I don't say the G word in my promotion. And, you know, a lot of channels have chosen to do that. And the reason I do that is I want to protect these people and give them an opportunity to be able to chat with each other, not have a chat that goes 583 miles an hour. So it's just a lot of fun to be in here. Oh, he did say what's going on. Okay. Yeah. His wife is not in a good way right now. And so y'all be praying. I think she's going to be okay, but I think she's going to be left with some scarring on her face that's going to have to be dealt with. So please, yeah, be praying for her. She's a sweet lady. I've met her at Blade Show twice now. And so yeah, be praying for them. That sounds rough. So very, very much. If you pray, if you don't, do your thing. You know, I'm pretty open about my faith, but I try not to obviously put that off on other people, if you will. So
yeah. I mean, it seems like a fantastic community, man. Like, you know, I get really excited, you know, even before I had the beginning of a thought to start a brand. I get so excited every Blade show because I know that all those guys are about to post videos about how it went. And I just want to see what went on. I want to see the community interact with one another. So man, I just, you know, I wanted to get in there. I wanted to join the club. And so
that's awesome.
I just try to start myself. I'm not moving to Oregon. I'm not moving to Utah. So, figured I'd just go for it.
That's funny. That's hilarious. But yeah, so I was just at Blade, Texas, and I'll tell you, you know, the Blade Show Atlanta is a lot of fun, but I have a lot of responsibilities at Atlanta because of, you know, of Tempest. You know, I got a table, I got stuff to get ready, but man, I deliberately didn't buy an early bird pass because I just wanted to just be in line. And I was in line talking to people, giving away stickers, hanging with folks, meeting new people. And it was awesome to just meet people I wouldn't have met otherwise. It obviously, for those that know me really well, there was a little bit of awkward KC there because when people come up and say how much they love your channel and you, and can they take a picture with you or whatever, it's like, oh, wow, this is weird. You know, you would think I'd be used to it by now.
Yeah.
No, he was just saying that's where a lot of knives are made is Oregon and Utah, I think is what you were saying, right?
Yeah, that's all I was getting at. There are a bunch of companies out in the western part of the country.
Right. Yep.
You know, despite the flatness, I like Kansas just fine.
There you go. Right, despite the flatness. You know, Kansas is fine. I don't think there's a bad state in the union. There might be, but I'm not going to say it because I might have people. No, I'm kidding. Of course there's not. Yeah, some nights I'll go on MC's stream, dude, and I'm just like, I cannot read the chat. It's not possible. The only way, if my stream ever got like that, if I decided to do it, I would put the chat on slow mode, but that would make all of you guys mad, because what slow mode is, you can't post but once a minute. And it slows it down, but it is crazy. Indeed. I found pics that Trev took of us in 2023. Yeah, that's when I first met you in person, Jim. Very cool. Yeah, well, Logan, I don't know if you're planning on trying to. I don't think you said you were getting a booth this time around, but if you can make Blade Show, then
yeah, I didn't mention it. I'm trying to decide how I want to handle it. I'd love to be able to have a table set up. Obviously, this. You got to get there. You got to stay there. It's not the cheapest venture, and I don't know what my options will be this late anyway. I don't want to pay all that money, show up, and get shoved in the back of some corner that never sees the light of day. So,
understood, dude. That's those are all. If you ever decide to do it, just reach out, man, and I'll help you out. But for the first year, the first 2 years I did it, I was in the very back of the room.
Yeah.
And it wasn't even where I was located. It was the section I was located in. I was in handle materials, literally. We were literally surrounded by nothing but handle materials, which is not going to attract the people that like folders very, very much. And it was pretty bad. So I had to beg, steal, and borrow to get where I am now. And then I actually got to move up and over one last year. So everybody keeps trying to talk me into going to a booth, but I'm afraid I'll end up in the other room, or I'll end up way in a corner, and I'm just going to lock down and make it work at a table, because I like being right up front. Oh yeah. I mean, so here's Logan, let me describe to you our first Blade Show, or even the second one.
Yeah, go for it.
We've got all these knives. We've got all these knives on the table. Day one comes around, and you've got the early bird people, right?
Right.
Well, the early bird people come in and they go to the booths. So the tables are sort of in the middle and the booths are around. So they literally just do this, and the whole middle of the room is just empty, including the back where I am. And there's nobody coming. And then you would start to finally see them filter into the tables up front, where all the folders and the cool custom folders and custom knives are. And then literally it was like an hour and a half before anybody reached us. And it was just like, so yeah, I'm really protective of, I was just scared I would go to a booth. Plus it's very expensive and lose out on where I'm at now. Literally, if you walk into the main door of Blade Show, my banner is right there. I mean, it's like,
yeah, that's awesome.
Right there. And I get all the traffic and all that. I'm scared, like Jeremy said, I'm just scared to go back to that again.
If I went for a booth, you want to fill it up,
Yeah. If I went to a booth, I would probably be in the other room. And that other room is quite a while before it gets any traffic. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Right.
You might get a message from me later asking about it, because I'd like to make
absolutely.
It happen, but we'll see.
Yeah, I would suggest to you, and again, my suggestions are based on you being able to afford it. So that's your thing, not mine. But I think maybe try to go to one first. And then that'll help you kind of scope it out. But yeah, I'd be more than willing to give you any tips. So somebody asked a minute ago, I can't remember, it was Skull. Do you know the Finch guys? And you must have missed the beginning of the stream. He worked with them for a little while as an intern or whatever.
Just kind of live in contractor.
Contractor.
And they opened the door, so
which is awesome, and they're just good dudes. And it's Uncle Casey. I am pretty old, so that works. I am an uncle as well. So that's kind of what I was thinking, Jim. If you go to one, then you'll kind of alleviate that shock you might have if you're going as a vendor for the first time. I don't know how guys do that. If I didn't have all the background information on how things work and everything, I think if you just show up as a vendor the first time, that would be kind of overwhelming. I think it'd be tough.
Yeah, obviously the
Definitely
biggest
going.
perk of
Yeah.
that is, being able to sell, you don't want to sell out of your backpack, just showing up as an attendee and stuff like that. But I also know that people say Blade Show is, the place to grow in the community and to meet people. It's not the place you're going to make the most money.
100%. My hope every year, and you can ask Jeremy, he helps at my table freak show here. And my goal every year is to break even. I want to, and it's going to be a little harder this year because I got an Airbnb instead of a hotel because my friends are coming to help. So it's going to be a little harder this year, but we will see. But yeah, it's, I will tell you, I had, this is going to sound awful. I love Atlanta because as Tempest, I get to meet the people that want to buy my knives. But I really enjoyed Texas, and I'm going to probably do both from now on.
Sure.
I don't know if I'll ever do West,
Utah,
but going just to Texas as Knives Fast and not having any responsibilities except getting some content was amazing. I made a lot of business connections I hadn't gotten to make. I met a lot of people I hadn't gotten to meet. Things are, you guys will see eventually, things are moving and shaking behind the scenes right now. People are reaching out to me and asking for designs, things like that. And it's crazy. And you can't, when I'm doing the table at Blade at Atlanta, it's tough. So going to one and having that opportunity to really meet everybody and do everything is great. Yep. That's exactly right, Jeremy. It's the people. It's so much fun. And like I said, it's crazy to have people come up and want to take a picture with you or even the people this last time walking up wanting to see the prototypes I was carrying with me. That's awesome. I mean, that just makes you feel good and it's awesome. So any other questions for Logan? We got a few more minutes here before I let him go and we work towards another giveaway. What else I'll ask you, what else am I missing, Logan? What detail about what you're doing am I forgetting to ask about? Let's see. I think we might have covered most of it, dude.
Yeah, I think we covered a lot of it. I just want to, be able to support the family well. And I love this industry a lot. Figured I'd give it a go. And so I'm thrilled with what has happened so far.
Yeah.
I keep saying, oh, well, we'll see how Trueline's doing in 6 months after the Kickstarter's all done. And, now we're there and I'm like, okay, well, let's see how Kickstarter's doing in another 6 months. Maybe I'll get to, make another one sometime. And, I've been blown away by how it's gone so far. And, we've been extremely blessed.
Dude, funding your first Kickstarter, that's a big deal, man. That's
hard.
Pretty awesome. All right. So we're going to do a double here for my buddy Anasso. Okay. He's asking if there's any other swag, and he's the one asking for any video tips you got. I don't know what kind of tips you're going to give him. But anything you got, come on, help a brother out.
Sure. So far as merch, no, there's just the hats. I just got 2 of them up for sale right now. I've got this one that's more brand focused, and it's got a debossed patch, and then another like a khaki one that has like a lasered circle patch that features the logo more strongly. So as far as video tips, I don't know, man. Just get some good lighting. Just find a window. You don't need to spend tens of thousands of dollars. I just got a couple lights set up here that I've had for several years, and this is my house, so that's a real lamp that I own.
There you go.
There's nothing super special.
Yeah, lighting is definitely important, and soft lighting
the biggest difference
is very important. Yeah, I actually need a new light up here, but I'm about to build some cabinets over here, so I'm waiting until I do that. But so Freak Show brings up, I mean, and a lot of knife people aren't necessarily people. But Blade Show has a way of people making you very comfortable, and they're very kind. Now, I will say at the end of day 2 of Blade Texas, I literally went and got a steak by myself at a restaurant because I literally was at the end of my anxiety. For those of you that know me, I do have it's really weird to be a YouTuber and a guy that owns a knife company and have some social anxiety. but I definitely do. And I think a lot of us do. Oh, the Bally Bros don't. No, the Bally Bros have no anxiety. By the way, Logan, if you ever go to Blade Show, there's a whole corner where the Bally Bros hang out. And when you walk by, every one of them is flipping a live blade, dude, right next to you. They're just
yeah. The kid wouldn't be me. I like all 10 of my fingers.
Oh, I like my fingers. Yes, I do not want to lose them. Oh, that's okay. Sorry, I got a weird message there. But yeah, it's I think it's a place that sets us at ease. And I got to meet so many people I didn't get to meet before. I deliberately went to the awards on Friday night just to meet more of the people, and it was a lot of fun. I mean, it was fun. I'm just, like I said, sometimes at the end of a day, I've got to decompress for a minute. I just gotta have my minute. It's just the way it is, and Jeremy knows that about me. I'm a weirdo, but it's fun. I gave away all my There's definitely carry Band-Aids with you for sure. That's another tip. All right, well, Logan, I appreciate you, dude. So if you guys haven't already, my mods have been throwing up. Go check. Have been throwing up links. I should finish. Go check out Logan's YouTube, Instagram. I think there was a Facebook in there. Check out the Trueline website, and definitely you've heard me kind of playing with the Overture all night. Again, there are 3 versions from 139. 2 of them are 139 G10 and micarta, green micarta, and then reddish or maroonish aluminum. And that guy is 149. So S35 if you came in late, and those handle materials. So definitely check them out. By the way, I didn't mention here, your milling's really cool. Now that I see that, I can't unsee it. That is cool.
And the liner,
full liners, guys. So, and it's less than 4 ounces, I believe. Is that right, Logan? I think that's
they're all less than that. They're all within about a half ounce of each other.
Yep.
The micarta one's definitely a little bit lighter, and that aluminum one is understandably the heaviest of the 3. But they don't feel too bulky.
No, not at all. And again, part of that is having a nice nested liner, which is another tip off that you definitely have seen knives before.
I have, yes.
The fact that in 2026 we're still seeing lots of knives with exposed liners doesn't bother me as much as it used to, but it's like, can we just get over the exposed liners? But anyway,
if you want to accent the color or something, that's one thing. But
right, and the people that are taking advantage of that and using it as a color, that's fine. I got no problem with that. But the mods are throwing up. Exactly. It's pretty terrible. Oh, well, Logan, I hope you enjoyed this. I'm a nut. So these streams are always like walking on a high wire, man. It's a lot of fun. So but guys, definitely everybody please thank Logan and check him out, and hopefully we will see more of you, Tim. It sounds like you kind of hinted at your next design a little bit there. So hopefully we'll get this one sold, get some of them out there, maybe get a few dealers and get them sold, and you can order the next one. So that would be great.
I don't have to quite sell out to get the next one going, but
okay.
I got to get rid of more than I have now. So.
Yeah, and no, we talk about that all the time. My next knife is in production, but boy, I tell you what, the margin isn't huge. I would still I still got a bunch of my Tornadoes left to sell. So I hope those keep on selling for you and me. So
appreciate it.
Congrats, Logan, on the Trueline Overture drop point bar lock first design. Very cool. Thank you, Byron.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you, Logan. Good luck. Logan, come back. All right, we'll get him back on sometime.
Hey, whenever you want. Just let me know.
Definitely. We don't want to keep you away from your family all the time. But we'll definitely
they're having fun upstairs.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, though. These people like you, man. They want you back on. So that's good. Hey, Brian White. So thank you again, man. I appreciate you. We're going to move to the next portion of the show here, and truly appreciate your time, man.
Yeah. Thanks a ton.
Yes, sir. Absolutely. Have a good one.
Yep.
All right, guys. So again, there's a look at the knives. Very cool dude. I knew when I talked to him on Instagram that I had to have him on. Just You can always tell when somebody's genuine. They're trust. I'm trying not to say certain things, but I deal with people all the time, and sometimes you just get a bad feeling. I got a good feeling about Logan. He was a good sport about all my thousands of questions I was asking. It wasn't 1,000, but I feel it's important that if I'm going to bring a knife before you guys, I don't just take everything that's offered to me. It's important that I actually sort of early on vet the company and talk to them. Sometimes I accept stuff, one way or the other, but it's good to know that the guy has his feet on the ground. And like I said, he did not even expose the fact that he knew the Finch guys until after the knife was already here and we were chatting more. So that's really cool. Well, Steve, I appreciate that, man. That's kind of you, bro. Did you by the way, guys, don't forget, if you didn't see the video on the Tucson knife that Steve Kern sent me, check that out and check out his Tucson catalog that he made up. It's in the link of that video. And if you're interested in Tucson knives, it's the way to go. So appreciate it, Logan. Thanks for being here. Come on in the chat anytime. You're welcome, and we'll have you back on the stream another time. I appreciate it. All right, so let's clean up my mess a little bit here, and we will start now. Tonight's giveaway, the big giveaway, which is actually big tonight. I think it's pretty cool. 2 knives, a flashlight, a pouch, extra stuff, a hank. There's all kind of stuff going on here. So we're gonna do this in just a moment. And I'm going to thank our buddy. I haven't seen him. Has anybody seen Rebel Rouser tonight? Now, if you guys didn't know, Rebel Rouser came up to me. Check this out. I think I showed a little bit, but Rebel Rouser came up to me at Blade Show, Texas with a box. And that box was full of stuff. It's full of stickers and swag and brace, wrist bands that I've been putting in the giveaways. And knives, 2 knives, a flashlight I gave away last week, Hank, all kinds of stuff. So thanks to our buddy Rebel Rouser, and part of tonight's giveaway comes by way of him. So I want to thank him. Go ahead and clean up the mod vomit. My mods are throwing up. Oh yes, I can, David. Thank you. Woo. God, they were killing my ears, dude. Of course, I was wearing them funky, but all right, we're good now. Wait, I just made this mad. Hold on just a second. I shouldn't have unplugged it right now. All right. Really? Okay, got it. All right. Okay. So we're going to move on and we're going to have some fun here. Now, we have a ginormous pack of swag tonight. There is all kinds of stuff in there, including, just everything. And you have butter knives fast, number, I can't remember what number tonight was, 261. There's no bunny tonight. We are working on something to have bunnies on more regularly. Just be patient. It's coming. And yeah, lots of stickers. And then Rebel Rouser included a Hank. There you go, an asshole. That is an achievement. Rebel Rouser included a 50 Ways Hank. And this is one of those pocket Hanks. It's got a card up in here, but a Rebel Rouser Hank. That is cool. He's got some cool swag. And such a nice dude. I got to hang out with him and his wife for quite a while. Yeah, even the kitchen sink. You guys are hilarious. All right. So tell you what. Well, now let's go ahead and show everything tonight. We're going to do this backwards. All right. So we have got, I've had this since I reviewed it. This is the new O-Clip Pro S from Olight. That'll be in the giveaway tonight. They sent this to me for review, and I've already got a couple of O-Clips, I think. This is the 4th O-Clip I've had through. I kept 2. I've given 2 away now. So that is the O-Clip Pro S, which I really dig. Yeah, you even got some color going on here. Pretty cool. Then we have from Rebel Rouser, we have a Kaiser Blue Jeans knife roll here. It is a 4-knife roll. What? Oh, got you, David. Me either, dude. I don't. Yeah. And so we've got that. No, it's a very nice light, dude. I have when I traveled to Blade Show, Texas, I actually had 2 different O-clips with me. I had 2 different O-clip Pros actually. Because those are good little travel lights. And TSA didn't seem to care, which is wonderful. I have traveled with a flashlight before on my backpack and been given a hard time about it. So it was very nice to travel with these, and they didn't even pay them any attention. So that is really cool. Who just said yo, yo, yo? Southern Cali EDC. Hello. All right. Next, we have also from Rebel Rouser, we have the Seagull from Kaiser. The Kaiser Seagull in G10 and a hollow grind. It is a fronty flipper and a hole and a rear flipper, low profile rear flipper. And this guy is an AEB-L. So that'll be in there. Well, I appreciate that, Matt. I used to try to grow it out and everything, and my beard always looked all scraggly when I grew it out. So keeping it short, keeping it tight is the way to go. I like it a lot better. Oh, y'all don't go over there. I see somebody's trying to draw you guys away. We're getting ready to do a giveaway. Don't go over to that giveaway. You're going to miss out. Come on, Zach. What are you doing, man? Oh, Zach going live right in the middle of my stream. All right. Then we have a Rosecraft Snake Creek Copperhead. We have the Dapper Jig Bone, also known as Hamburger Bone. So you're going to get a hamburger bone knife tonight. This is the warny. Love this guy. Hey, Matt Maurer, what's up? So there you go. Very, very cool indeed. Oh yeah, it's definitely Nessmuck adjacent for sure. I would agree with that. Why is this not fit like that? Is this the right box? Yes, it is. It just is a tight fit in here. Neat. Okay. Well, it'll just be what it is. Wow, Andy, cut that out a little bit better. All right, there we go. All right, so that's what we're giving away tonight. Is that enough stuff, guys? I hope the answer is yes. All right, so here's what we're going to do. I'm going to make up another hashtag, and you are going to put that hashtag on the screen exactly like you see it. One time and one time only. Please do not try to cheat by entering your name more than one time or going to another account, because if I figure it out, I will disqualify you in a hurry, and I will probably ban you from coming back because I'm a jerk. Oh, come on. I can't spell. All right. So we have our hashtag ready. I will put it up. You will have 2 minutes in which to enter by typing one time and one time only. The rules are you have to answer. You have to enter within 2 minutes. You must have a U.S. mailing address. Do not enter more than once. If you've won within the past 4 weeks, you cannot win now. And 18 or over with the parents' permission. And then at the end, when I draw, you need to be here within, yeah, exactly, Freak Show. You will need to answer me within 2 minutes of when I draw, or I will redraw someone else. So stick around. All right, here we go. Here is your lovely hashtag. And of course, I made it long, so you have to work for it. What a jerk. That Knives Fast guy, he's a meanie. I can't spell. That's your hashtag. All right, so you got 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Ooh. All righty. Hey, Mark Albee, what's up? Hey, Kelly Weaver. Hey, man. Good to see you. Trying to catch the lurkers here. Hey, Wheezy, what's going on? Hey, Joe Kasperick. It's going too fast. There are now 98 people in here. Hey, KC Cisco. Hey, Broke AZ, what's up? What's up? Hey, Dwayne Letterman. Addicted to Blades too. What's up, John? Good to see everybody. That is awesome. Go Michigan. There you go, Robert. I don't even know who's playing. It's Michigan and somebody. I know that. Kathleen, I hope you're doing well. Hey, Ground Fog. Hey, Burnt Relic. Hey, Kevin C. Hey, Justin. Wait, how did I treat you like I did? What did I do? Wait a minute. How did I treat you? I didn't do anything. I said what's up earlier, but you were too busy acting. What? Oh, hey, Joe. Yukon. Gotcha. Okay. I have no idea, man. The Blue Monday song? What's a Blue Monday song? Is there a Blue Monday song? It's the lyrics to Blue Monday? Oh, got it. How does it feel when you're okay? Got it. Got it. Wow. Oh, Lordy. Okay. I know the song. I just lose it. All right. Less than 30 seconds and we will draw. 30 seconds and we are going to draw. I used to. I haven't used it for a long time. Fats Domino has a song called Blues Monday. Maybe I have to try that. 15 seconds and we will be drawing. 15 seconds. And 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Boom! 77 entries. Definitely that national championship is hurting us tonight. All right, let's see who our winner is. Jim Miller. Jim Miller, have you won in the last 4 weeks? I don't think you have. No, you haven't. Let's see. We got 1, 2, 3. Nope, you have not. So congratulations, Jim. Where are you, man? Let's see. I know you're here, but say you're here just so I can say you said you were here. Very cool, Jim. Congratulations, my friend. Where is he? Say something, Jim. Jeez. Hey, Jim. He just did right before I drew. Are we all good that Jim's here? Jim is here. There he is. Okay. All right, Jim, just send me an email. I got all your crap, but just send me an email with your address, please. You know I'm dumb, so I will screw it up if you don't. So please do. All right. So Jim Miller. Woo! All right. And I will get that ready to go out tomorrow, Mr. Jim, as long as you send me that email. What is going on, Rory? Good to see you. It's a member giveaway, Lion Not Sheep, so I can't, unless you're a member on Zach's stuff, it won't help you out. And he was doing a drawing. You had to already enter. All right, so I just wanted to remind you guys, I saved this for the end simply because, yeah, I know some of you are probably getting tired of this, but I don't care. Oh, I do want to talk about another knife too. I want to talk about that. But don't forget that there are still 3 versions of the Tempest Knives Tornado at TempestKnives.com. You've got the Blue Sky version. And guys, you can get 10% off with code Knives Fast. Then you've got the purple swirl version. I see you, Brian. I'm coming. You got the purple swirl version. Again, these are all at TempestKnives.com. Check them out. There's also versions at 2 dealers, but And don't forget, you've also got the titanium version, also known as the lovely water spout edition. Jim Miller is the winner. Very cool. We will pull that down and we will go over here and see what Brian White has to say, which is 17 months. It seems like yesterday. Well, that's a good thing. That means I'm not like terrifying you or making you want to leave. Is this a Medford hat? No, it's a Montana hat. Medford. No, I do not. There's your Delica salute, Brian. Thanks for 17 months of membership. So the other two versions, I believe there are still some left at bladebendshop.com in the dark mode, and you can get 10% off with code NICEFAST. And then I'm pretty sure there are still some of these 80s camo carbon versions at traditionalpocketknives.com, 10% off with code NICEFAST10. Okay? Yep, they do. Love Montana. I've been to Montana 3 or 4 times, and I would like to go 300 or 400 more times. I love Montana. But it's too cold to move there. But yes, in the winter, that is. There's a Montana person in the chat right now. But there is this guy. I want to talk about this. I did my video on this today. And if you were one of the people, I remember when I did my review on the concept bison, many of you were like, that thing is way too big. So this is a great Ray Laconico design. And this is $63 in Nitro V and two-tone G10. Lots of milling, really pretty, great in the hand. Check it out. Again, a Ray Laconico knife for $63. This is the tenable version of the bison. Joyce told me at Blade Show to call it the baby bison, but if you look it up on Tenable's website, it just says bison. But yeah, I like this one a lot. Yep, $63. Plus, if you can get it from Tenable's website, I think my code works, which is NICEFAST. So I think that gives you 10% off. I'm not positive, but I'm pretty sure it does. So if you buy it from them, I think you can get 10% off. Finally, a Tenable I really want, and they make it, and they didn't make it ambi. Yeah, I mentioned that in my review. I actually was thinking of you, Neil. I didn't know you liked the knife, but yeah, it should be ambi. They need to do that. I don't understand. There was no reason not to on this one. I don't get it. It would have been easy. Just leave a couple of holes. If you don't want to do a filler tab, just leave holes. Just doesn't quite compensate for your inadequate, oversized, overpriced knife. Nice, Chrissy. Nice. Yeah. He really when you're an open, well, I'm not gonna say it. When you do something openly in public, that is very rude. That's what we're gonna say. I want to say something else, but I'm not going to. Yeah, when you do something that's pretty rude in public, I'm kind of done. And then stand behind it. Kaiser Gemini is under 100. Very cool, Thomas. I like the Gemini. If the tornado was just a little bit bigger. Oh, come on, Brian. Oh, what did the mods do now? What did I miss? Oh, come on. What did I miss? Yeah, very much, Jim. Don't forget, you have to charge $850 for that lead bar. Yes, exactly. Oh, the way they're ganging up on Medford. Yeah, no, go for it. On this channel, you can gang up on a few different people if you'd like. Mostly Medford. It's pretty funny. I don't know what to tell you. Some people, oh yeah, one more thing. If anybody is interested, I still have this guy for sale. This is the Ace Giant Mouse Ace Jutland slip joint with a clip. Somebody out there that likes slip joints with clips. Who are you? You know who you are. Oh, come on. It is still for sale. It is in S90V, and I forget what the price is. I would have to tell you. 170, 170, and they're normally 245. And it is, I've only been carried a couple of times. No real big, no scratches. In very good shape. So if anybody's interested, reach out to me, knivesfast@gmail.com. Hey, Marco. An F3 tornado. There you go. Maybe. Not right this minute, but maybe sometime. So good news, guys. Good news, David Tooley. Thanks for the reminder. Man, I'm gonna blank on who it was now, so I'm gonna go look. A friend of the channel, whose name I'm forgetting right this moment. Mullen Lobby. He reached out and said that there was somebody trying to sell one of those $35 Kershaw Livewire clones on eBay for $200. You're a really swell dude buying a $30 knife, $35 knife, and trying to sell it for $200, a clone, a counterfeit, and writing the number. It actually said it was a Kershaw Livewire BRK, whatever, had my name on the blade. So thankfully he reported it, and check it out. We can't get Amazon to do it, but eBay took it down. Thank you, eBay. Very good. I will applaud eBay for the first time ever. Thank you very much, eBay, for taking care of the counterfeit jerk. I am, when I saw that somebody bought a $35 clone and friggin' tried to sell it for $200, it ain't good. On Amazon, Marco, no. Yeah, that's how much a live wire costs, dude. Live wires are $200 to $300, and some of them are past that. Not $35. It's a fake. So please stay away from it. Here, eBay. Yeah. So, and if you guys want to keep reporting the one on Amazon, maybe they'll finally get the hint. But it seems pretty doubtful at this time. I hate it, dude, Bob. It's awful, man. And now my friggin' name's all over it and everything else, man. And people keep reaching out to me going, why are you selling a clone? I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm not. It's not me. I have nothing to do with it. Well, that's good, Jay Wesley. They definitely did in this case. That is great. Hey, Ron, what's up, man? I know you were here earlier. I'm just saying hello again. $35 RTS are always a good decision. Yeah. Yeah. You don't want to get in my comments section, dude. Those guys will defend themselves till the cows come home. They think it's great. It makes me absolutely, I tell them it's a clone and they don't care. They saved money and they got a decent knife that they don't have to open with two hands. You buy a clone, you kind of lose me, guys. I can't get behind you. Gotcha, David. That's terrible. Not good. Not good at all. It does say generic brand J1W. Let's go over there real quick. I don't want to share the link though. Let's see. Wow, what the heck? Livewire. Let's just see if it has gotten removed. Oh, hey, is it gone? Somebody just said they saw it, but it's not coming up for me. I used to be able to search Livewire and it would come up. Is it still there? Because I'm not seeing it. Yep, here it is. Here it is. Okay, so again, I am not going to share the link. I will not share the link. Don't any mods share the link. But if you see this on eBay, on Amazon, report it. If you see a knife from Kershaw like that with my name on the blade, it ain't real. So don't buy it and run. And look at the shipper seller. I mean, that is not from Kershaw in any way, shape, or form. So you know what they did? Because it did say Livewire. So they removed the word Livewire from their description. I bet you Amazon approached them. That ticks me off. I bet Amazon approached them and they freaking took the word Livewire off of it. Ugh. So what's that one? I see another one right here. Well, that one, $3.99. What the heck? Come on. I don't even understand. Who would buy that? Just beyond me. So there's a 4-star and a 1-star. That's lovely. I'm not logged in. Anyway, you get the point. At $51 Strix, was there really? I didn't see it. Where's the affiliate link? You're not getting it. You guys are terrible. You wouldn't really buy that, would you, Marco? Gosh. Some competitively priced folders. Do not, J1W. Don't do it, man. All right, guys, we are going to wrap this up before it gets completely off the rails. All right, so we had some super chats tonight. We had Ty Justin, almost at a year, 23 months. Thank you, my friend. Go check out his channel. Lion, Not a Sheep, is now a member. Thank you. Sharp Obsession has been a member for 18 months. Go check out his channel. Chef Rocky, love to you and yours, 22 months. Keith the Knife Freak with the $5 super chat. Hopefully he's got his power back now. Jim was tired of work, so he came in here and gave me $10. And Brian White, 17 months. Thanks to each and every one of you guys. Appreciate you very whoa. And right there, Matt Conklin also gets the lovely Dolica salute for the $2 super chat. Thank you, Matt Conklin, if I can talk. Be careful, Lion Not a Sheep. It could very easily be fake. So just be looking for it. You're welcome, Dog One. I appreciate you being here. All right, guys, hit that thumbs up if you haven't already. Definitely thanks to Logan for coming on tonight. He was a lot of fun. So like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Well, okay. It has, wait a minute. Lion Not a Sheep, does it have Spyderco as the seller? Just be sure, dude. If it says Spyderco as the seller, then I would assume you're okay. But just be careful, man. All right. Like, comment, subscribe. Hit that notification bell all. Thank you guys for your support and for all you do for this channel. I cannot say enough. I could not do this without you guys, and I am so thankful. So have a good one. Appreciate it, and thanks for watching. Oh, and thanks to my mods. You guys are the best. And thanks for watching the Knives Fast channel.